Okay, so today we're looking at something that I'm kind of excited to try here in my new little home studio thing going on. And one of the things you may notice is I have a new monitor over here, but because I run on a MacBook, you only have the ability to actually run on one external. Now, this is one of the original MacBook M1 Pros. I think the newer ones can do multiple, but if you are running a M1 Pro or one of the original M1 Airs, anything like that, one external display. So this here is the IFusionDock Pro 1 Plus. Now you will notice I have a second monitor here, not doing anything because it can't, but I would like it to do something because I want to have two of these monitors going at the same time. Anyways, if you look here, this is Ivanky's, I think I'm saying that right, Ivanky's IFusionDock. Now they make a couple of different docks depending on your needs. And of course, the amount of budget you have, of course. And they were kind enough to send me a unit. The one that they sent me, as we saw here, is a IFusionDock Pro 1 Plus. So if you look at their docking stations, you'll have the Pro 1 and the Pro 1 Plus. Now, I don't know what the differences are between all of these, but this one kind of hits in the middle. It looks like normally it would be above the Fusion Pro, the IFusionDock Pro, because it normally comes in around $300. Right now, $199, so maybe that's a pretty good deal. But if you click on it, right, effortless connecting your M1, M2, M3 MacBook to not one, but three 4K displays, where innovation meets functionality, pushing the limits of what's possible. So you can get it says you will have to install the Display Link Manager. That's fair because you basically you plug this into your USB port, and the USB port has to actually do the conversion of like a video signal through USB. So you need software to kind of do that. Triple 4K display setup, display link technology, 14 ports of connectivity, 10 gigs, transfer rates, 2.5 gigabit, 100-watt laptop charging. So all kinds of stuff that I need or would be perfect here, because I, right now, I'm very limited to my connectivity on my MacBook because as of now, I am running power and an external hard drive and the dongle from Apple that goes out to HDMI. So I really don't have many ports. They're all full, and that's not very good. Anyways, this is it here. All right, this is it here. This is the IFusionDock Pro 1 Plus, designed for Mac OS. So make sure you're running on a Mac, I guess. Nice box. It does have the ports here. So what we're going to do is, because I need to be able to read this, I am going to open this box a little bit, because I think that's important. And really, we'll do a quick look at what comes in the box. And then what we'll do is, do you guys see it? It's lovely, yes. You may be able to see some stuff in the back. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, we are going to open this. I'm mostly concerned with the ports, right? This is the ports. And I like the fact that it's just a nice little square box. Maybe it'll be nice enough so that I can actually put it on or underneath that monitor. Anyways, you do get a nice little manual. It feels like a booklet until you open it, and then you realize it's a pamphlet style, which is fine. It does have a QR code. You guys may be able to see that QR code for downloading. Looks like for downloading the software that you need. So I'm going to do all that off camera. You guys don't necessarily need to see me do all that magic. We'll just put that there. You get a IFusionDock Pro 1 Plus manual. So that's also excellent. You get a huge box. Was that not the, what is all this? What is all this? It's bigger than this is the power. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm dropping stuff. Anyways, you guys hear all that? Yeah. You gotta get the power. That's the power right there. So it's a big power because it is supplying 100 watts, right? And you're going to have, I'm guessing this is going to go from the device to your computer. So this would be your USB-C cable. So USB-C to USB-C. You guys can hopefully see that right there, right? Because that's important for us to have. We want to make sure that we have one that supports this dock. So make sure you're using the one that comes with it. Just in case you decide to use a different one, you're like, it's not working properly. Could be the cable. Just saying. Anyways, that's nice. And here's one of the things I love super lots. Micro SD card, TF card, headphone jack, You got a USA 10 gigs, 2 of them on the front, USB 10 gig USB-C in the front. There's a PD charger on the front as well, so that's awesome. On the back, you're going to have your HDMI, 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 so you got 3 HDMIs. Now, for me, that's going to be useful. I'm only going to be running dual display, but you get the idea. 2 more USB 10 gigs, and then you get a 5 gig Ethernet. It says 5 gig Ethernet, and then your power. Yeah, so that's super good, right? You guys see that? Yes, I'll just put it somewhere. You guys may be able to see that, right? That's all your ports right there. Nice looking, and I think for me, of course, I'm going to have the monitors come in through the back, but having this up front, especially with the SD card, which means I don't necessarily need to be using this SD card reader. I can put that in my bag and use that for travel. This is what it should be used for. Anyways, I'm going to hook this up, and then we're going to see if we can get these 2 monitors working, and just make sure it all seems to function. All right, guys, so fairly simple. I put up a little video there, a little tutorial video, but honestly, I just installed it, make sure all the cables were plugged in, and then turned on the actual dock, and that's it. We're good. It's up and running. You can see here, right? So right now, as you can see, it's not necessarily set up as on the right spot because it doesn't quite know where it's supposed to sit. So my guess is if I went in here and just did display on my computer, yeah, see, it thinks it's on the other side. So we need to adjust that. So I'm gonna go into displays, and it actually has all these. So it has my MacBook, yes. Over on the side, it has. My guess is these 2 need to be different. So this one is being mirrored, and this is that. I'm going to put you over there so the bottoms are together. And my MacBook and this one are currently just mirroring each other, which is good because this one's actually not on. Okay, which means, does my mouse move across? Yeah, it's not perfect. I may have to, right now it comes up, so I may want to, do I want to bring that down? No, other way. I'm going to bring that up just so you guys can, that's a pretty good cross right there. All right. That's excellent. Now, if I want to use a card, just to see if it fully functions, and of course, I'm going to have to shift this back just a little bit so I can access that SD card slot. Let's see. That just going in, maybe like so, just to see if anything pops up. I don't know if it's all the way in or if it goes in that way or the other way. It may go in upside down. Doesn't feel like it went in overly. Yeah, that's better. And that's working good, right? It wants to know if I want to input files. Sweet deal. Yeah, it's trying to save to a drive that's actually not plugged in right now. But let's do this. Final Cut Quit. This is the drive that normally would have been plugged in there. So there is a port on the front, so I can plug into that, which means it should show up right there. Very good. Open up my Final Cut. And my hope is, this is my hope, is that normally I want this to sit up as a second display. So this is coming up perfect, which I like. We'll make this bigger. But I want this display over here to be like a full preview. So let's see if I can get that to work. So if we go into not seeing. Now, sometimes you actually have to switch the HDMI port on the back. So let me just play with that and see if I can get that to function. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so I'm not 100% sure. I've had this issue before with different monitors and that don't seem to want to come up as a secondary, and I'm not 100% sure why. But it is functioning because you can see that I can go in here and under my show in secondary, right? I can put the browser in there or whatever, so that things come up and I can have a bigger screen over here, which can also be just really beneficial. So I can definitely make use of this for sure. You can even put your viewers over there if you decide, which is probably what I'll end up doing, putting my viewers over there. Anyways, cool little box for those of us that have, especially an older MacBook, M1, M2, M3, and we want to be able to use multiple displays. Plus, especially if you have one of the like M1s and you have 2 USB-C ports and that's it. This is going to give you all kinds of additional ports, so I think it's a really great add-on. And as you can see here, I have it mounted just under my monitor because it's big enough that it sits under the stand, and that's super convenient. All right, guys, I'm going to leave you there. I'll put links to Ivanky's website. I think the Pro 1 Plus right now is probably one of the better deals because it's the same price as the Pro, and that's it. I will see you guys next video. And if you want, you can get a third display. You can put a third one in here. Yeah, that's awesome. All right, guys, that's it for me. I will see you guys next video. Later.